If you learn how to feel these 4 or 5 emotions, it will increase your vibration exponentially. So here's the paradox. A lot of the time we think that if we learn how to feel more joy or more gratitude or contentment or peace, that will raise our vibration. And there's some truth to that. But there's another side of the coin, and that is the reason you're not experiencing those things, if you do feel stuck, and we all get there, I've been there, and I move through it all the time, is because we're actually not letting ourselves feel the unpleasant emotions. Follow me here. When you don't let yourself feel the unpleasant emotions, they don't go away. They just stagnate and they numb, and it's like an anchor to your ship. It's like an anchor to the hot air balloon that is you, and it won't let you move up. You can practice all the gratitude you want, all the contentment, all the peace you want. But if you do not learn how to feel these 4 to 5 emotions that I'm going to break down with you, you will stay stuck. You will hit a glass ceiling. So we really have to learn how to do this. This is what they call illuminating the shadow. So here they are: guilt, shame, apathy, fear, and any victim mentality. Let's go through them all really quickly. Shame is like self-consciousness. So anytime you go out, and we all have this to different degrees, and you feel self-conscious, like maybe I'm filming this video and other people walk by, and I have this sense of like, oh, I see that they see me and they might judge me, but actually it's just me judging myself. Really follow me. Whenever you have that, and you're unaware that you have that shame, which you could just translate as self-consciousness, is like you're being self-conscious. Oh, I'm a little self-conscious today. You kind of feel embarrassed to be in your skin. Then that is like an anchor, a weight that holds down your vibration. Second is guilt. When you feel like other people are judging you, or you're judging yourself of like, I shouldn't have, or I should do. It's 2 sides of the coin. Guilt is I shouldn't have, or I should do this. Whenever we have that and we're not aware of it, of like, you're not able to be like, oh my God, I've been so guilty today. I felt like I should have been doing this, but I didn't. And you actually express that you have the guilt and you own it, then that stays as an unconscious weight. The next is apathy. That means you're going through life and you feel like kind of stagnant, kind of like nothing matters, and you're a little bit numb. You're a little bit depressed and slow. If you have that going on in the background and you're not able to be like, yeah, I feel really apathetic today, then that will hold you down. The key is all of these 4 to 5 that I'm breaking down with you here, they're all emotions of a kind of repression style. And so that's why if you learn how to feel them, it's like you're unearthing deeper feeling and your heart will turn on. And when your heart turns on and you allow feelings to move through your heart, you experience more joy, more peace, more harmony, more bliss. Hands down. But this is a process, what I'm sharing with you here, to actually learn how to feel all this stuff can be challenging. And the last is fear. Oh, well, the last main chunk, then I'll go into the last one here. So fear is basically whenever you're worried about something. A lot of time when you have something that you're guilty about or you have something you're ashamed about, it ultimately stems to a fear. So it's like, wow, I feel really guilty that I didn't work on this project. But why? Well, because I'm afraid that I won't be able to pay my rent. Okay, so then there's a fear of survival. Okay, and then you follow through. So I'm afraid about this. And you actually unearth your emotional experience. And lastly, anytime that you feel victimized and you're not aware that this is sort of like an emotional experience that you're having, and you're totally bought into it as like, you are the victim. This one is really tricky, because the tricky thing about being a victim is you're right. Somebody did screw with you. Somebody did mess with you. But there's a higher paradigm. It's really trippy. It's hard to get when you're really stuck in the victim mentality. The higher paradigm is it actually happened for you, for your soul's evolution, so you could learn to forgive that. I know. So whenever you get stuck in victim mentality of like other people are attacking me or oppressing me, it's not that you're wrong, you're actually right. But if you want to experience more peace and joy and love, which of course you do, you really have to be able to forgive and to make peace with that. Basically, this happened for me. Let me give you an example. And this is one that I've still kind of been working to move through. Is my dad was very critical of me when I was young. All the time, actually a lot. And I know a lot of us experience this. So I internalized that, and that really opened up a big pocket of shame and pain for me. And I often would be like, I wish he would just apologize or give me the validation that I needed, which was basically like, I love you, I care about you, you can accomplish things in life. Like actual positive enthusiasm and support. But I didn't get that. But actually what that did is it forced me to go inside and to unearth that in myself, to be my own voice of masculine support, to connect with that frequency which I was not given from within. So in essence, it was actually the greatest gift. This situation and dynamic which led to trauma actually started a lifelong or a decade-long journey of healing and of exploration. Because when you're hurt, you're like, okay, now I have to explore like what's going on. And it led me to India. It led me to all these amazing experiences. So if you're able to see that thing that happened actually happened and it served you, then you're able to uncouple from that victim mentality. But if you're unconscious in victimhood, yeah, that's going to hold your vibration down. So these are the keys for you. If you can learn how to feel these 5 things when they arise for you, and you're able to express them to yourself or journal them, or just put them into words with other people who you feel supported by, and trust you're going to be okay as you do that, this will raise your vibe so much. Like this, what I'm sharing with you here, is literally extracted wisdom of just years and years of introspection and reading. So that's it. Learn how to feel your shame, your guilt, your apathy, your fear, and your victim mentality whenever they arise within you. And we're all human, so don't think you're above this, because they can sneak in there in very, very subtle ways. So learn how to feel the subtlety of it. And you might be surprised. You might think, oh, I don't have apathy. But if you go really deep, it's kind of like this hat. Imagine I was wearing this hat for 10 years. And you were like, are you even wearing a hat? And I'm like, I don't think I'm wearing a hat. I don't feel like I'm wearing a hat. Well, yeah, it's because you've been wearing it so long, you can't even feel it anymore. Like somebody who has their glasses on their head and they're like, where's my glasses? They're like, I don't have them. So we legitimately learn how to feel subtle feelings. And some of those feelings are feelings that we have been feeling for so long that we became numb to them. So that's what you do with all of this. Really, you got to open up to not being above the process, admit you're human and have all of these feelings. Because here's the key. If you're not in joy, love, and peace, and you're not feeling that, it's probably because you have one of these feelings you haven't unearthed yet. Some apathy, some fear, some shame, some guilt, and some victim mentality, or a combination thereof. Let me say that again. If you're not experiencing peace, love, joy, and harmony, it's probably because you have one of these feelings within, from these 5, that haven't been unearthed yet. And the thing that happens to everybody, we get so afraid to unearth because we'll feel it will take over. But I'm here to tell you that that's part of the process of reclamation, of integration, of processing that to become the unconditionally loving being that you are. to realize yourself as larger, as more all-embracing. So I love you so much. I hope this helped you, and just blasting you with some key wisdom of the day. Peace.